Hey, it's Andrew Helmich here from PhotoBizX. This week I released an interview with Marcus Anthony. He's a US-based portrait photographer and he just recently recorded a record sales month, 55,111 US dollars. Just phenomenal, fantastic month. And there's been a lot of buzz about this interview, partly because, when I say buzz inside the members Facebook group, partly because Marcus is a PhotoBizX member, so members have got easy access to him. They're hitting him up with follow-up questions. But there's a couple of really interesting things that he shared in that interview that really struck a chord and stood out to me. One of them was the fact that most of his bookings are coming from Facebook ads, and really interestingly is that most of those shoots are coming from these ads where he's offering free sessions and a print credit. Really cool. So there's a lot of talk about photographers using Facebook ads incorrectly. There's no way we should be giving away free shoots. You can't make money like that. It's the worst tactic or strategy you can employ. This totally blows that out of the water. Like, Marcus is doing incredibly well. 55,000, from free sessions. Like, it's just incredible. So if you want more details about how Marcus is doing that, go and check out the interview, photobizx.com/326 to go and hear Marcus talk about his business, his month, how he's doing what he's doing. But what I wanted to say in addition to that was a big part of his success comes from being able to shoot the kind of photos that his clients really want. And he does it in a repeatable fashion. And what's funny about that is I interviewed Bernie Griffith, the Australian photography business coach. He's been on the show a number of times. He's responsible for the Facebook ad strategy that so many of us use as PhotoBizX members. And in that interview a couple of weeks ago, which kind of felt like it bombed. It just didn't get talked about by many members. And that interview was focused around shooting in a repeatable but in a skillful way, like we should be able to do as professional photographers. He talked about the importance of lighting, of being able to see the eyes and having catch lights in the eyes, the importance of the correct clothing for a shoot, talking about posing and styling so that your clients are going to look their absolute best. And once you have all those things down pat, which there's a good chance that you do if you are a professional photographer and you're watching this and you know about shooting and posing and lighting. But what happens to a lot of us is we get bored. We get bored with what we're doing. We get bored with doing the same thing all the time. And I think social media, is responsible for a lot of that. We're exposed to so much great photography, we get bored with what we're doing. But one of the big secrets to building a successful photography business, like Marcus Anthony has done, and like Bernie was preaching, is that we need to develop a systemized approach to our shooting so that we can deliver the same kind of photos over and over and over again. And I mean, if we think about it, if our clients see the work on our website or on our Facebook or on our Instagram profiles and the work resonates with them, that's why they're booking us. So there's nothing wrong with doing similar kind of work over and over again. In fact, when I interviewed Sue Bryce, and I think that was episode 87 from memory, it was quite a while ago, one of the biggest takeaways from that episode was stop trying to be creative, stop trying to reinvent the wheel for every shoot that you do. Find a location, find a style, set up your studio in a manner that is repeatable, and get good at doing what you do and do the same thing over and over and over again. That's how you make a lot of money as a photographer. That's exactly what Bernie was preaching in that interview a few weeks ago. That's exactly what Marcus Anthony is doing in his studio. And what he's doing is he's doing that for clients that are coming in for these free sessions and a print credit. And obviously there's a lot more to what he's doing. He has a process where he weeds out the freebie hunters and he pushes them away, and he gives these free sessions away to his ideal clients who are interested in spending more. So yeah, so many lessons to be learned from Marcus and also from Bernie, Sue Bryce obviously as well. Have a listen to this week's episode with Marcus Anthony. It will absolutely blow you away. Like I said, he goes into detail about his Facebook ads, the strategies that he's employing. And one of the, you got to have a listen, but one of the really cool things he does, he'll run an ad, and it could be for some quirky style of photography that he wants to do. Like it could be families dressed up in their favorite sporting equipment. Now, a family isn't likely to spend thousands of dollars on images like that. So what he does, super smart, he does his one hero image of them in all their sporting gear, has them change into another outfit, their regular clothes, and does a regular studio shoot for them, for the family, like a regular portrait photography session. And he's got the opportunity then to make a great sale on the back end of this quirky shoot. And the quirky photos that he does, I'm not saying quirky, they really are cool. You have to check him out. He's a super talented photographer, but he has his systems down pat, and he shares them in this week's episode. photobizx.com/326. I've got it written down there so I don't forget. Have a listen. I think it'll blow you away. You'll really love what you hear. If you're wondering why I'm standing here with the microphone, we're currently out of our home at the moment because there's some insurance work going on. So I'm in an apartment. I'm not set up to record and do these things. I just tried to do a Facebook Live. The internet connection was terrible. So I'm recording this way. You won't believe where my laptop is at the moment. It's standing on a vase, and I've got a stool on top of that and the laptop balancing. I'll put a photo inside the comments underneath this so you can see the setup. And the microphone obviously is because I wanted to make the audio as good as I possibly can for you. And I didn't have my lapel mic here because most of our stuff is back at home. So yeah, look, hope you found this useful. Again, the real actionable step you need to take now is go and have a listen to that interview with Marcus Anthony. If you love what he shares in that episode, go and have a listen to what Bernie says in that episode, and even go back and check out Sue Bryce's interview, episode 87. But photobizx.com/326 to get all the details on what Marcus is doing to have such an amazing business. All right, Andrew Helmich here from PhotoBizX. I'll chat to you soon. I feel like a news reporter. Signing out from Terrigal. See ya. Bye-bye.